Alright, guys. So, here we are. It's another loss for the Pistons. But man, it was entertaining. It really was. This is Sports on the And all I gotta say is aggressive. They went inside and made things happen inside. And when they did that, they drew fouls. They went to the free throw line. They was able to kick the ball open kick it out to open people for the open three. And even Jeremy Grant, who had an off night shooting, but when he stopped and went inside, he began to creep into what ended to be a 27-point night for him. So we've seen a lot of young guys in this game. Sadiq Bey again came out firing hot. Like this, you can't ask for more when you're talking about a team that's in the middle of a rebuild. It wasn't until right after halftime, usually is becoming a Pistons thing where they just start off slow, and that's what happened. The other team comes out of the locker room and they just go, and it's like the Pistons, it take them a while to catch up to the other team, and then they catch up and then they're doing good, and then they have these moments where they stop going inside and they want to be quick to pull these threes, come up the court, boom, let's pull a three. Or we just working the ball around the 3-point line and the last person to touch it got to shoot it type of thing. When that happens, if they're not getting defensive stops, then that's what caused them to get behind. And that's kind of what happened tonight. I mean, Steph Curry was out, and when Steph Curry was out, Wiggins was in there just lighting it up. They couldn't stop Wiggins. But again, at the same time, they couldn't score. Now, some of that was them not getting calls down low, but most of it just missing shots, and it was by 3 points. But overall, I must say, it was a good game. They definitely went inside. The more they went inside, the more they had control of the game. And they had control of the game all the way up until about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Matter of fact, I'm going to actually say 4 minutes. It's about 4 minutes something left, and then that's when the Warriors started, making shots and getting stops and, typical things that happen. I think really what happened with the Pistons tonight towards the end of the fourth quarter was they were just running out of gas. I mean, they played a double overtime game Saturday, then they come back Monday and play an aggressive game against Atlanta, at least try somewhat of aggressive a game against Atlanta. Fought back and tried to, do something at the end. Then you got to travel home the next night and play another game. So they're probably a little tired. But at the end of the day, it was a good game. It was competitive. Curry, he had his shots. He made his threes. And you just can't do nothing but just look at it, shake your head, and say, wow. But for the most part, they kept him under control. So another tough loss tonight for the Pistons. But man, Isaiah Stewart, yeah, boy, that's a man right there. He was out there rebounding, and the way he was doing it was reminding me of Ben Wallace. I don't know why I can't talk right now. I'm actually kind of tired, but I've seen a glimpse of Ben Wallace, that very aggressiveness. If I'm not gonna get it, nobody else gonna get it, but I'm gonna get the ball and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So I was extremely excited to see that. I really was. I want to see Sekou more, but I mean, he's getting in there, he's doing this thing. There was some weird turnovers here and there, but for the most part, they have been controlling the turnover part of it all. But they got a 2-day break. They play again on. No, I think they play again on the 1st. So yeah, they got a 2-day break, and then they're back at it Friday. Against Boston. So hopefully then they can get their first win. But from what I'm saying, I mean, you can't be upset with the development that you're getting out of your young guys, even though it's not turning into wins, because the only thing that's going to happen is they're going to keep developing, they're going to keep growing, and that just pushes you closer to developing these guys and also getting the chance to draft another good player coming up. I don't believe it's going to be a situation where they're going to be, on this losing skid for too long. It may go to 5, but I don't really think so. I think they're going to figure it out, because they're on the cusp of figuring it out. I mean, they almost beat Cleveland, which Cleveland is 3-0. Technically, they should have beat Minnesota, but they didn't. They fought back from 24 points down against Atlanta to make it an 8-point deficit, So, and then tonight they could have won. I mean, they definitely could have won tonight. So this team is fighting. They are fighting. They are young, they are scrappy, and they're doing what they got to do. And shout outs to Josh Jackson. I mean, the man is balling. He putting it all on the line. He going to the hole. He falling on the ground for loose balls. He doing it all. He is really taking advantage of this opportunity, and that's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. So again, the Pistons lose a tough one to the Goldenstate Warriors, but they'll be back at it Friday. So I'll catch y'all probably Thursday with my preview of Friday's game. Until then, y'all be safe. And this Sports on the Run. Catch y'all next.